Good evening. In today's video I would like to show how to apply for a mortgage, how to fill out mortgage application. So let's say first name John and last name Johnson. I will use my personal email boris@wirema.ca and I will use my phone number 204-998-8349, and we will create a password. Let's say something strong password can be like a 1-2 mortgage app. Okay, sign up. And computer asks if you want to save password. If you want, you can save it. So, hi John, let's complete your mortgage application. So we go to application. So my goal is to purchase a property. If I found property, I can indicate, or if I am actively searching for a home. And let's say I would like to buy in Alberta, and let's say I am hoping to buy something for $400,000, and I'm considering to use just 5% down payment is $20,000, and this property will be owner occupied because I'm buying for myself and I want to purchase as soon as possible. I'm saving and continue. So here's my information: John Johnson, my email and my phone number. If I'm first time home buyer, I indicate yes. If I'm married, I pick married, and I need to fill out SIN number. I don't have to put it now, I can complete it later. And I put my date of birth. So let's say July 1st, 1999. And say I have 2 dependents or 3 dependents. Usually dependents is someone who is under 15. And my living history. So right now, of course, I'm in Canada, and I can start to type address, or I can use manual entering of address. Let's say I will try autocomplete. So my address 12 Main Street, let's say Ontario. So address appear right here, and computer asks me if I'm renting. So I'm renting. What is my current rent per month? Let's say $2,000. And when I moved in, let's say in January 5, 2024, and computer say lenders need 3 years of living history. It means I need to add any information that happened before. Let's say I arrive from another country and I don't have my country here. I have just 2 options, Canada or United States. So what I will do, I will pick Canada, and because I don't have any choice, I will enter my address manually. So let's say I arrived from Ukraine and I arrived from Kiev. So where is the city? I will put Kiev, Ukraine. Why? Because I can't pick country at the beginning. So if you remember, I picked Canada. So let's say I'm in the province of Alberta and I can use a postal code, or I can use even province of Ontario and use the previous postal code. So basically what I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter if you need to fill out the address, your all current Canadian addresses must be correctly filled out. But if you need to pick address outside of Canada and United States, you don't have a choice. So what are you doing? You pick country Canada, you pick any province, let's say Ontario, and any postal code, and you put your actual address in Kiev. Let's say it was 15 and was name of the street, let's say Golovna. Okay, this is the name of the street, and what's the street type? It's a street. So just pick the street, and it doesn't have any directions. So yeah, so I was actually lived in the street Golovna, number 15, what city? Kiev, Ukraine, province, country, and postal code. It will be wrong. I don't have a choice. I need to fill out this information in order to continue. And I was renting from February 3rd, let's say 2018, and I left in December 5th, 2023, just before I arrived to Canada. So I am saving borrower. Okay, so this is my information: John Johnson, email, phone number, and now I can add another borrower. So John Johnson married, so I'm adding additional borrower, and his name, let's say Mary Johnson. Okay, so Mary Johnson has a different email address, let's say mjohnson@gmail.com, and she has a phone number 204-999-9999. Okay, this is her phone number, and if I want, I can invite Mary, so she will be able to use this application. How I invite? I click yes, so she will be able to use her email and her phone number and help me with filling out this mortgage application. I can pick no, and in this case I will need to fill out this application by myself. Let's say I pick no. So wife of John, Mary, first time home buyer, and our marriage status, she is married. So so she's married. Her social insurance number I can fill out now or later, and let's say her birthday is February 1st, let's say 2000. And let's say she also has the same number of dependents, and she is my suppose Mr. John. Again, I need to fill out living history. I can copy from John Johnson, okay, and just copy the information, previous information, and let's say the same amount was paid, and let's say she moved in around January 5th 2024. Of course I need to fill out previous information, as again I need to enter address manually, and let's say she is from Chernivtsi or Chernivtsi, so Chernivtsi, Ukraine, and here's the street number, let's say 15, and street name, let's say Kobylyanska, and street type street, and I don't have a choice, so I pick a country as a Canada, and province we can use again Ontario, and we can use the same postal code that we've used before, and again renting, and what period it was rented, let's say from March 2nd, let's say 2017 until February or December, November 1st 2023, and I saved borrower. Okay, so we have two borrowers here, John Johnson and Mary Johnson. If you need to add more borrowers, you can always add more borrowers. So let's say it's family of 4 people who are applying, so please add all 4. Okay, so if I finished add borrowers, I just finish adding borrowers. Here you can see information, my phone number, my email address. So finish adding borrowers. Done. Now we need to write and explain 3 years of income history. The same problem. If some of the income was not from Canada, so I'm just adding my current income from Canada, and also I'm adding my income from Ukraine. So let my current income, I am employed, and I'm employed, let's say, at school, and business country Canada, and I need to write address where I am working. So let's say I'm working at 123 some city, and let's say it's filled out automatically. If something wrong, you can always add correct address, and I'm full-time employee. I have hourly guaranteed hours and income from this source. Let's say I'm making $2,000 every 2 weeks. So if I paid bi-weekly, I will put $2,000 bi-weekly. If I paid monthly, I will put monthly. If weekly, weekly. If you know your annual salary, you can put the number and pick annually. My recommendation to pick what is your actually paid. It's gross income, okay? It's before taxes. So I'm not receiving any bonuses, overtime or commissions. You can include bonuses, commissions if you have any. If no, no. And let's say I started to work just recently, let's say August 1st 2024. Is this current source of income? Yes. Hide this income source from other borrowers in the application. Sometimes people want to hide it. Some you don't have to hide income. Like in what cases you hiding income? Let's say you're applying, many people applying together with you, and you don't want to show, like if it's husband and wife, they usually know each other income, but sometimes for mortgages applying a group of people, like 3-4 people, so they can actually hide income from each other, so just one knows about his own income but others don't know. So let's say I don't want to hide anything and I save this income. So computer says good, you included income, but you need 3 years of income, so I must add income from Ukraine. So let's say I was employed and I must be Canada, I don't have a choice. And let's say I worked Kiev factory. Okay, and I need to enter address manually because like let's say I worked at Golovna, like 15 Golovna. It's the name of the street, business city, Kiev, Ukraine. So as you can see, every time that I need to enter name of the city, I enter name and country, business province. I need to put some province, let's say Alberta or Ontario. It doesn't matter because this is actual address in Ukraine. I must pick something here, and I worked full time. I had, let's say, hourly guaranteed hours, and I was making, let's say, $2,000 in a year, and I don't want to hide it. Like, I don't have any commissions, and my start date was, let's say, March 1st, 2020. It's not a current income, it's from Ukraine. And let's say I left in February 1st, 2023. And I don't want to hide anything, and I just save it. So John Johnson income completed. So we need now to complete a Mary Johnson income. So let's do it quickly. Income type, let's say she's self-employed, her business name is Mary, okay, and she works in Canada, and yeah, and let's say she's a sole proprietor, so she is self-employed, and let's say she's making currently only $100 in a year, and that's it. And let's say that she just started, so we will put November 1st 2024 and save income. Of course we can add another income. We must add other income because it will not be enough. 3 years of income required. So let's say Mary was self-employed, Mary company. I must be Canada, but actually it was in Ukraine, so I can enter manually. So it was in business city, let's say it was Chernivtsi, Ukraine, and province doesn't matter, Alberta, and let's say she had corporation, and she was making, let's say, $3,000 in a year, and start date it was business income. If it was business income or commission, let's say it was business income. And when she started to work, let's say April 1st 2019, and she quitted in January 1st 2022 or even 23, and save this income. So John Johnson has more than 3 years of employment, and Mary Johnson has more than 3 years of employment. This is important, and I can finish adding income. Okay. Assets you own is money that you have in accounts, or for example, if you paid off a car, you can add it as asset, or sometimes even if you have a loan on the car but it still belongs to you, you can add it. So let's say we have as a family vehicle. Who owns this vehicle? We both, John Johnson and Mary Johnson, own this vehicle. What I know about this vehicle? So it's Honda, and let's say it's Honda CR-V and 2000. Okay, I believe she still cost approximately $10,000, and I don't want to hide this from anyone, so I'm saving this asset. Okay, so this is my first asset. So what is the asset? It's something that belongs to me or to my family. In this case, Mary Johnson, John Johnson owning a vehicle. What other assets I am adding? I need to explain where is the money. For example, I have investment, and my name is John. I have an investment, and this is in the bank. I don't want to advertise bank, so I will put just name of the bank will be bank. Okay, but you will write actual name of the bank, and I need to explain what is the account. So it's FHSA, FHSA, First Home Saving Account, on my name, John Johnson, and I have $8,000. As you may know, limit on this account is $8,000. You can put every year up to $8,000. Yes, I'm planning to use all this money for my down payment, so I will write how much from 8,000 I'm going to use. All 8,000 I'm planning to use as a down payment. And I don't want to hide anything on my application. Save. So what else we may have? Let's say we have some cash. So I will add, we have some, let's say cash. Checking account, I don't have too much cash on checking account, so I'm not entering. What do I mean by not too much? If you have just $500, $700 in checking account, it's not really important to add this asset. But if you have more than $1,000, definitely indicate this. If you have RSP or RIF, if you are planning to get a gift from someone, you can pick a gift. So let's say I have simple family account, cash saving account. John and Mary Johnson both has this account. It's in the bank, name of the bank, B bank. If it's actually RBC or BMO or TD, you need to write the name of the bank, TD or BMO or Scotia, whatever bank you have. If it's let's say online bank like Wealthsimple, so maybe it's in Wealthsimple, so write the name of the bank. And because it's saving account and a joint saving account, so I can put the number of this account if I know. I don't have to put all number, I can put just last 4 digits, let's say 8888. So what is the, so it's in the bank, number account 88888, okay? Instead of the word bank, please put actual name of the account. So, and let's say we have $20,000 on this account, and I'm not sure how much from this money I want to use for down payment. So I will just put no, because I still not sure if I want to use some of this money for down payment or maybe just part of this money. Not sure, so I will put no. It can be changed after. So I don't want to hide anything, so I'm saving this asset. Okay. And I finish adding all money. So I have a car, I have 8,000 on my special account, FHSA, it's investment account. yeah, if I forgot something, I can always click here and edit, add more information. Let's say I know numbers of FHS account, I can add number, let's say 999. For last digits, it will be enough. Save asset, and everything looks good for me. I can finish adding assets, move next step. Properties. I don't have any properties in Canada, so I'm not owning any properties in Canada. This is what important. If you're applying and you have any properties in Canada, you must enter information about your properties in Canada. If you don't have or you never owned any properties in Canada, so you're just skipping this, and you just finish adding properties because you're not owning any properties, like John Johnson not owning any properties. So if you have any professionals like realtor or real estate lawyer, you need to add them here. Lawyer is very important one. If you don't have, ask mortgage professionals who will provide you with the name of the lawyer or your realtor. So if you, for example, adding realtor name, you're doing this like this, you're adding full name of realtor. Let's say Johnson have realtor Johnson and Johnson & Johnson, email of the realtor, let's say www, no, Johnson at remax.ca. I don't know, like it's just an example. And phone number 204 555 5555, and he belongs to company Remax. Again, I'm not advertising Remax, it's just an example. Let's mix Remax Real. This company not exist. Remax Real. Okay, so I don't want to advertise any broker, realtor, or anything like that. So it will look like this. So if you have a lawyer, you're adding a lawyer, and finish adding professionals. Okay. John Johnson, it asks, you must read and sign your consent to submit this application. So you read and sign consent. So this consent explaining that you are providing this information to your mortgage professional, and you understand that he will be responsible, you're responsible, it should be a true information, and this information will be used for you checking your credit history. You actually will be participating in checking your credit history. So yes, you clicking here, yes, I, John Johnson, agree above consent for credit agreement, checking this box. Yeah, it's a standard agreement. Yeah, you can, of course, I encourage to read it. It's detailed, and you give consent. Okay. If you have any questions about why you should give consent or anything here you don't like, please speak to your mortgage professional. But usually it's like a standard document, and nothing like special will not be disclosed here. It's basically mean that you're providing honestly all your information to mortgage professional, and he will use this information to get your mortgage. And of course it will be true information, and you need to provide all documents required. So you're giving a consent. So Mary Johnson, you can send your email to finish a consent, like request for consent successfully sent. So you send email to Mary Johnson so she can provide her consent, and you finish adding consent. Okay, so you can review your application here. So your goal to purchase a home. If you decided to change it, you can change it. Don't worry about the specific purchase price. Why? Because it can be changed later. Your mortgage professional will talk to you and change. If you're not sure that you want to buy now or within a year, you can change this as well. So let's save. Any information provided here, you can like review everything. Yeah, you can review everything. Let's say you want to submit, so you click the last button and you at the end review application and you agreed with everything, all looks good. If you want to write any comments to, like for example, please don't check my credit before I will sign separate consent, you can do it here. Usually mortgage professionals without separate signed consent not checking your credit history, but some may check, so you can write it here. So like, please call me before doing credit check. So if you will write something like this, if you doing this, no one will ever, you ask your professional not to do, so you ask him to call you, so they will call before doing any checks. So you finish and submit application, and now you can start to upload documents. So now you have a list of John's documents. So one of the documents is void check. Let's say I don't know what is a void check, so I can read, and here is information. The void check is a check marked void or via online banking portal. So tip, this void check should be for the account from which you want your mortgage payment to be drawn. Okay, so I understand that it's my future mortgage will go automatically from one of my bank accounts. So I just go to my RBC if I'm in with RBC, or I go to my BMO if I'm BMO, TD or Scotia, or if I'm with credit union, I like, let's say Access Credit Union, so I go to my Access Credit Union and taking void check. If I'm with Wealthsimple online banking, I'm taking void check from there, and I'm clicking here and it's provided me, so I'm clicking and choosing file. So my strong recommendation, every file must be in PDF format. So before you're uploading documents, just make sure that you're scanning. You can use free scanners with or Android scanners or Apple scanners. So my next document that was asked, notice of assessment. Let's say I don't know what is the notice of assessment, so I read, and it's explained here that how to obtain it. You likely have information on file. If not, please visit Government of Canada MyCRA. Okay, so I can go on this website, and if I'm not registered, I can register, and through this website I can download notice of assessment, my tax information for 2023, two main ID. So again, I can read more and read what is actually asked. You must have one form of ID from description, but if you don't have two, there are several other secondary acceptable form IDs, such as. And so it's explained what form ID can be accepted. Usually the most easiest way, it's one Canadian photo ID, for example driver license, and again I'm clicking and choosing a file, uploading. If I have, for example, Ukrainian passport, I'm clicking here, uploading. Why I'm providing examples, Ukraine as an example, just because I am from Ukraine too, so yeah. But of course, if you are filling this application and you're from any other country, from Germany, so you probably have a Germany passport, so please upload Germany passport. If you're from Australia, please upload your Australia passport. If you're from United States passport. So I hope you understand. So another question, your Borrow or Equifax credit report. So what is recommended here? So basically you can do your own credit check. It's free. It's not cost anything, and it's not hard your credit score. Why? Because if client doing his or her own credit check, it's not hard credit history and credit score not changing. So for example, you can go sign up to theborrow.com and get credit report from there, download, and again click here and upload credit report. And other documents, if I'm with work permit or permanent resident, I need to upload document for proof. 90-day bank statements. So 90-day bank statements is only your saving accounts. So if you remember, John had FHSA account, so I need to provide last 3 months of FHSA account. 90 days of saving account. John had with her wife together joint saving accounts, that they need to provide this information. They don't need to provide any information about their car. They just need to provide information about whatever they have on their accounts. If any letter of employment, if you don't know what is it, again, read more. It's explanation what needs to be in the letter of employment. Pay stubs you can get from your employer. You usually receive it with a paycheck, like if you pay it bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks you should get pay stub. Only 2 pay stubs required. So when you finish to upload all documents for John Johnson, you can see Mary Johnson also has her own documents. Her documents will be different from John because she is self-employed. Usually for self-employed, much more documents required, like T1 income tax. It's special documents. And why is 2 years tax documents? Because self-employed should provide 2 years history of like full income taxes history. Okay, so you can navigate between John and Mary here and finish upload all documents. As soon as you finish upload all documents, you can just exit from this application. Like here is my email, boris@rma.ca, this mortgage application. By filling this application, you're applying actually to get mortgage through me, and I will do my best like to help you with this. If any question and if you're stuck at any point, please call. My phone number should be here, 204-998-8349. Yeah, so please call this number if you have any problem with filling out application. At any point you can sign out, and if you sign out, you will be required to sign in using your password. If you don't want to sign out, you don't have to, but you need to understand that at any point computer can sign out you, so please remember your password. Yeah, so you can always go back to application and review it. And yeah, if computer not giving you access to your application, again call me and I will give you access and can help you to change your application. So thank you very much for being with me and learning how to fill out a mortgage application. If you have any questions, please leave comments under the video or call 204-998-8349 or email boris@yrma.ca, your reliable mortgage advisor. Thank you very much.